our plastic filling instrument, our composite instrument, Mylar strip and a wedge. I don't need an extra. Cotton pliers, primer, adhesive, our etchant. Change this tip. It's on here from yesterday.
Okay.
I know I didn't mention it yesterday. I like to bend it.
Oh, you can bend those?
Yeah. Sometimes they fit in a little easier. So all of that's the same. We are going to use the low speed handpiece today, so you guys are going to use the mandrel. So it just slides in, and then our sandpaper discs. Should feel it lock in.
In all the videos, and I'm just like asking dumb questions in the background.
I may have to grab a different one. It's not locking in.
In all the videos, I'm just like asking dumb questions in the background.
My phone. She goes. You can bend those.
Alright. So we have that ready to go. We have our sandpaper discs. So the thing that you want to make sure is with your mandrel, this happens to be a square one. So make sure with your sandpaper discs you're grabbing the square center. It's going to go, coarse is always going to be the black, then kind of a darker blue is the medium. So they fine and extra fine are the lighter blue. So it's always going to start dark and go to light. So that's the order you go. Anterior composite, oh goodness. This is our anterior composite gun. And so you just pull back on that. Here's our anterior composite. So this is actually just going to slide in here. Has a cap, so we'll actually, when we go to pass it, we'll pass it like this. Then our floss and our inner sandpaper strip. So it just slides through. The dark side again is coarse, and the white side is actually the finer extra fine. All right, so we'll pretend to prep. You can go in and prep Dr. Megan. Ooh. So this is where I do want you guys, yep, except use your feet. Yeah. So, depending on where, there you go, and kind of stop. So again, on anteriors, it's going to be a little different. So if they're directing the burr up, you're going to be up here, so the water isn't going up your patient's nose. Otherwise, if they're coming at this angle, you can be down here with it. So just play catcher. Once it's, I spray water, we're going to dry it. Pass the Mylar strip. So this is just our matrix. This actually, I should have. You want to check it to make sure we got all the decay. Alright. So then we're going to place that Mylar strip. Yep, you literally just put it on the side that's missing.
Oh.
And then you put your wedge in. Actually, you know what? We're going to do this one instead. Only because this one's too big and it won't hold my wedge. So you replace the wall with that Mylar strip, so it just slides in. You can place.
Music.
Oh.
Not you.
That wedge. Then same thing, we're going to pass our etchant. And how long does the etchant stay on?
15 seconds.
Yeah, 15 to 30 if they're doing a total. Get my primer. Oh man, again, I forgot my glass 2x2s. Somebody, I have some on the cart.
Yours
Thank you.
I'm just rejected.
All right, so you do want to be careful here that you guys are not sucking up the Mylar strip, because you want to get in and get close to sucking up that etchant. but you don't want to. So you're going to spray air and water, and then you're going to blow air. And I actually switched hands for that just so I could get a better angle. All right, that looks good. Same process as yesterday. So we're going to do the primer. How long for the primer?
10 seconds.
20.
20 seconds.
All right, Megan's going to blow a little air on it. Grab the adhesive and my curing light. You guys can actually light cure the adhesive. Alright. Now, ready for the composite. So we're going to pop that cap off. Just going to expel a little again. You're going to pass it to them like this. You're also going to grab that plastic filling instrument and usually the adhesive, because a lot of times they'll actually grab and dip the end of the plastic filling instrument in the adhesive to prevent the composite from sticking to the instrument. Otherwise they just pull it out. So you just literally squeeze it in. Yep. And then what they would do is you would pass and they would kind of shape it, pull it around and kind of shape it. And this is actually pretty soft. And then you would come in and light cure both from the front and from the lingual. But so they actually will keep their hands pulling over and you're light curing through that matrix band. All right. Then once we're done with that, then we would remove that mylar strip. And a lot of times that was. And on this one, they usually do remove the mylar strip first. It's easier. And then we're going to start polishing. So they're going to grab that low-speed handpiece. You guys are going to, they're going to hold it out. And you guys are going to put that, so what they'll typically do is hold it like that. And you're going to place that disc on. So now, shut the water off on your, there you go. And they're just gonna come in and polish. You can just kind of actually go in on any tooth, that's okay. Yep, press on the foot pedal.
Yeah, I don't want to ruin it.
And so this gives off a little bit of fumes. Not fumes, but like dust particles. So go ahead and do it. And so you guys would just kind of keep that suction, not necessarily on top of it, but just kind of in the mouth. Yeah, mainly, I guess if you guys are going to do that, just come like on the facial surface. Or, so they go through all of them. Yep, go ahead. Good. And then they're going to stop. They're going to hold it up again. And actually, a lot of times what the dentist will do is they'll grab it, pop it off. And while they're popping it off, you're going to get the next one ready to go. And then you come in and do it again. Good. You can take that off. And obviously on an actual patient, it takes a lot longer. Good. Then we would check occlusion. If that looks good. We would go in with the sandpaper strip, and so with this, you're going to slide it through interproximal with that clear part. So you would pass it, but they would slide it through, then they would kind of curve it around and polish, and then go to the smooth or the fine side and polish. Pull that out, and then we floss. And post-op for composites are what again? And this one you can pop it out because, and actually they do want to pop it out because they want to make sure that they've removed everything interproximal. All right, post-op for composites. Careful where it's not. Yeah, eat and drink like normal. Just be careful until the anesthetic wears off. Pretty easy.